Hello and welcome into another edition of Cooling Down on the Birds Broadcast Network. I'm your host, Sammy Miller, alongside your broadcasters, Ian Nicholas and Dylan Pescatore. Guys, my heart was pumping. It went to extra innings. The Firebirds were able to get it done 5-4 over the YD Red Sox. Dylan, take us through that 10th inning.
All right, try to stick with me here. So we have the automatic runner on second in Fenwick Trimble. Andy Blake single, runners on the corners. Jack Penny. Ground ball to first baseman Jacob Christian over on YD, throws it wide, Trimble slides in safely. Then we go to the bottom of the 10th. Sean Matson comes in. He already pitched in the 9th, so he starts the 10th. Runner on second base and Casey Cook. 1, 2, 3. Strikes out the side, says good night to YD, and the Firebirds, even though our hearts are beating fast, they do secure the victory.
I talked to Sean after the game, and he said he was still shaking, and he said he probably wouldn't even sleep tonight because he was so excited. Ian, we also saw a lot of arms on the mound. Who were some pitchers that stood out to you?
Well, first of all, you got to give a shout-out to Jake Peppers. It felt like he pitched yesterday, given how many pitchers Orleans used out of a bullpen and how long this game went, well over 3 hours, and the fog and the drone and Fenwick Trimble hitting the ball into himself just dragged the game out longer and longer. So Peppers with another solid start. Just a lot of different arms. You know, Chase Loomis, the one guy who unfortunately it's his Cape debut, could probably improve a little bit. But look, he didn't pitch a lot for Texas this past year. He'll be back on track soon. Danny Carrion was in there. I really like what Connor Eaton did. You know, he was pitching really great pitch location, wasn't always getting the call. I think he's starting to get more and more control of his stuff every time he gets out on the mound.
And Jack Penny was named the player of the game by Kelly Nicholson. He had that tie-scoring home run. It was incredible. He really has been such an offensive spark plug for the Firebirds. What did you see from Jack tonight?
It was so funny because right before the home run, Ian and I on the broadcast, and I said, he hasn't had a home run this year. Yep. Next pitch, over the wall to tie the game in the 8th inning. After giving up 3 in the bottom of the 7th, it seemed like the heart was ripped out of the Firebirds. They put it right back in the top of the 8th, tied the game, and then Jack Penny, fielder's choice, drives in the run, contact wins ball games, and made it 5-4.
And anytime you get a huge win in extra innings, that's going to give you some extra motivation. Ian, how do you think that'll help them tomorrow against Katuitt?
I think Katuitt is a team they want to beat badly, considering, number one, they're the top team in the West. They're coming off a loss, but they're definitely the top team in the West, and they've already handed them a loss this year. So, look, this Orleans team is their road warriors. They have a winning record on the road this year, not an easy thing to do, especially against a couple of passionate fan bases in YD, and then Katuitt tomorrow, but it's a really tight group. I think yesterday's off day, you know, it might sound corny, but I think it really helped this group come together. They're playing for each other. They're stepping up in big spots, and I think tomorrow they're going to want to prove it again. Beat the best team in the East. Now can you do the same thing against the best team in the West?
Well, guys, my heart is still pumping. I'm with Sean. I don't know if I'm going to be able to sleep tonight. I'm so excited. The Birds are still hot. We will see you guys tomorrow.